the settings change themselves. Actually, if I really want to test it, I can just go to training mode. So I was gonna do this yesterday, but I ran out of time. I was triple tasking too many different things, so I never got the time to actually do this. You guys are gonna get the video for this about it tomorrow anyway, but I decided to do at least 1 hour stream to get everybody up to speed on what the hell is going on. So in short, first of all, I appreciate y'all for y'all's support. I said I was quitting. I wasn't being over dramatic. I was gonna quit this channel entirely. It isn't as enjoyable. The state of the anime games with Storm, things like that. It just didn't seem to really amount to anything. And it still feels like that, to be honest. Not much has really changed in that regard. We're still gonna get slop games. People are still gonna keep the cycle up. This is where we are. Alright. I'm not sure why the game volume isn't
I'm ready to rock.
Properties. At some point, I think I did something. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now you guys can hear the game volume. I messed this up at some point.
Let me fight.
Alright, don't gotta be too fucking loud. Too loud. Just enough y'all can fucking hear the game. Yeah, that's good. Let me put it right here. That's fine. Alright, so as I was saying, I was gonna quit this channel entirely. But I decided to go forward with everything and just find a more organized, concise way to do everything. This is not my priority channel. So don't really be shocked if like 1 or 2 weeks go by and you guys just don't see anything. Because it's not. Alright. I do like the space. I like hosting stuff. I like games. I like video games. I like what I'm doing. And it was seemed so over strenuous because I didn't really have a plan to it, and a lot of IRL stuff was happening at the time. Alright. So IRL stuff really took a lot of the reason for why I was looking at it and saying, okay, it doesn't make sense. Fortunately, I got a new position, and again, you guys are going to hear all about this tomorrow. I already made the video, but I decided to stream it first. Triple task, as always. And just, I don't take this stuff seriously anymore, in the sense that it doesn't matter. None of it matters. I'm not saying that I don't care about it, but when you become a YouTuber, when you become an anime game YouTuber, and you start to understand just how much is involved behind the scenes, I don't know levels, content creators, collaborations, communities, it doesn't matter. I talked a little bit about this. If you guys want to know exactly what I'm talking about, I streamed the other day talking about this when I made my quitting video. And I talked about how, like, futile it really is to make it at a certain point when it comes to anime game content. I'm fully aware at this point that continuing this channel means that it won't really... You're not going to become an Afro. You're not. You're not going to become a Senju in Japan or a Heavenly Controller. Those days are over. It's too oversaturated, and these games are created to be slop. I'm gonna make a video. They just announced Universe 3. More slop. Let's go. W. And it doesn't end. It's not gonna end. But I like what I'm doing. I like having a community of random people who like Naruto just like me, get on the game, live different lifestyles, and play to have fun. I like that. And I'm being completely selfish. And because I can do it. I definitely can do it. And I don't really care about what outside creators have to say about it or what the outside community wants to do with it. I could care less. That's exactly how we wound up with the whole United Ninjas Discord thing, and it got over, like, I had a really good conversation with Snap when he's completely right. If you organize the shit and you plan a whole month ahead, there's really no reason why you can't do it. There's really not. If you quit, it's because you want to. It's because you don't have any love for it anymore. But I enjoy it. I enjoy sitting in the Discord to a degree and just playing with you guys and having fun. Alright. So I'm going to continue doing it. Not because it's going to blow up and make me the next Casshern-Dan, but because I fucking like doing it. You know, that's that simple. Do I expect any great returns from it? No, not at all. I'm fully aware that when you're a Storm creator, or you put yourself in a box of becoming a Storm creator, it's a very small box. Most people don't want to watch anything from you unless you do anything Storm. So a lot of people say, well, just become, you know, an anime game creator. But the problem with the Storm community is once you become a Storm creator, you become boxed in. And how the YouTube algorithm works, for a little homework for some of you guys, is if I upload a video of my hero and it just flops completely, right? Nowhere near as much as the same outcome as a Naruto video. The algorithm's gonna say, this is either just a really bad video or your audience doesn't want to watch it. And if my audience doesn't want to watch it, they're not gonna push it on YouTube. It's not gonna grow. It's not gonna go anywhere. So, that's the box you get put into when you create Storm content. That is the box. That's the box. You can try to, you know, become like Biscuit in them. Like, I know there's other content creators like Trader, Biscuit, you know, on the EU side that do play other anime games and they just host and talk and play everything, but you're not gonna really ever ground yourself anywhere doing that. You know, you're not really ever get anywhere doing that. You're not gonna have a base, you know. If you don't pick one game and just stick to that one game, you're not gonna really have a base. You know, you're just gonna go from game to game and you're not gonna really grow. You'll have the sub count, sure, over time, but you're not gonna ever have a base. And I've studied YouTube for a lot of years. A lot of you guys just got here for this channel. I've been here for a fucking while, bro. Let me tell you, I've learned a lot. And what I want to do and my plan has nothing to do with the channel. So again, for context, don't be surprised if a month or two goes by and you just don't see anything on here. The plan is to let the Discord run itself and to let the Discord content fuel the channel content for this, so that I don't have to not upload for a month or two. But, you know, make no mistake, if at any point I get on Storm for a month, for a fucking week, for a minute, and I just feel like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna just go back to what I know works, which is my main channel. I'm doing this for the love of the game. I don't owe you guys shit. You guys don't owe me guys shit. And I really like the fact that a lot of you guys just met me and came into this space, and you guys like how I play. You guys like that I offer something different from the same normal slop that the Naruto Storm community has been pushing for years. I like that. And I'm gonna use that as the main standpoint of the channel. Nechi's been suggesting this for years. People have been telling me to do this shit for years, but I get in my own head and I look at the picture and I say, you know, where is it gonna go? What if? It's a million what ifs. And I don't give a fuck. I don't. I am absolutely one of the best players on this game. That's not debatable. I've beaten the best players, parentheses, in the game with normal characters. So I want to create a space where anybody can do that. With practice, with time, with watching videos, with having a community where whether you want to be good or not, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't need a fucking top tier team to play and get good. You don't. And I like an environment where there's 50 people right behind me who understand that concept, that this stuff is all just a fucking video game. It doesn't really matter if you are a top Storm player, because at the end of the day, it's a game. Life is already hard. That you're a top NA, I've been top NA since... I would argue, I've been a top NA since... Since roughly Sage dropped the game, Sage the Kid. That's like the best timestamp I can put in my head where I could compete with top players. Parentheses, right? Because again, there are no real top players on here. I'm just saying top player because it's a fucking statement that you guys can understand. It's you guys understand top player equals good. That's why I'm saying it. But there's really no such thing as a top Storm player. Your team heavily dictates whether or not you're actually gonna get somewhere on the game. And your fundamental knowledge at a base level defines whether or not you can win with lower tier characters. That's it. If you're already good at the game and you pick a broken character, you're basically guaranteed to win. So again, realistically speaking, there are no such things as top Storm players. It's delusional. Most top players, parentheses, can't play the entire roster. Most top players don't want to play the roster. Alright, so again, you want to talk about a top player and how balanced this game is, it doesn't exist. I'm a top players. I'm a top player in regards to my skill level and understanding the entire roster, the fundamentals, and exactly... When I say I'm a top player, it's not because, I win a lot. Or I can beat this player, so-and-so. I'm talking about top player, and you guys can tell me to push triangle, and I can play the game at the same level as somebody with a top tier character. That's what I mean when I say I'm a top player. Because I understand the fundamentals, right? My character choice doesn't define whether or not I win or lose a match. It can slightly vary because of how unbalanced the game is, but I don't need fucking Sasuke, Kaguya, fucking, all these bullshit characters that give you an advantage. I don't need it. It's never needed. And I like having a community of people who not only understand that, but don't want it. Alright? When I win, it's not because I'm playing a bullshit character that I know gives me an easy street advantage. It's because the skill difference is just that big. And I like a community that understands that. That's why I'm continuing. You get on and you understand that you have skill because of your fundamentals and not because of a character go burr, then that's something worth keeping. Alright. But again, in terms of my overall, what I'm trying to achieve, what I'm trying to do, this isn't my main goal. And at any point I can move on. If my other channel blows up, alright, if I go back to my main channel and I start pulling 120k views a fucking video, you guys better believe this shit is going away, bro. You better believe it is. Unless I have a whole Justice League team of support behind me to make this shit keep going, and it's not just me pushing this shit, you better believe I'm leaving this shit. But right now, I have the time, so I'm doing it. And if you guys want this stuff to continue, because a lot of you guys seem to really like this stuff. You guys like the community, you like the environment, you like the space. If you guys want this shit to continue, you guys have to also push it as well. You have to be active as well. You have to sign up as well. You have to be willing to put in the work as well. Because I'm not going to carry this shit like I've been doing. That's essentially where the fatigue came from. It's like I'm just trying all this shit on my own. It's me and like 3 dudes trying to make this shit work. And everybody else is like, whatever. If you guys really want this shit to work, you want the space, you enjoy it as much as I do, then, bro, put the announcements. It's not hard. It takes 5 seconds. Set an announcement. Talk in the chats. Share the guides. Somebody asks a question, somebody doesn't know, just answer it. You guys are in the chat already 90% of the time anyway, not doing shit. Just answer it. Be a community. I've seen it. When it comes to the Star Wars Battlefront 2 community, that's why the game is still alive. That's why it's so prevalent. Battlefront 2, is the first community I have ever been in my life that single-handedly carried an entire game out the gutters, right? Because EA produced Battlefront. EA is dog shit. You guys know about their money-hungry practices and just how bad it affected that game. Millions left that game. Millions. And the community single-handedly carried that shit on the back and created an environment that not only people wanted to be a part of, but balanced out. It was healthy, it was fun, it was enjoyable. That's why I have more hours on Battlefront than I do Storm, where I think any game I've ever played, it was somewhere I wanted to be. And it wasn't just one person pushing it, it wasn't just an agenda. It was a whole community that loved Star Wars so much they wanted to see it thrive regardless of what the fuck the company was pushing. And Storm can do the same thing. Storm can be the same thing. The problem with the Storm community is everybody's passionate about Naruto. They clearly want it to work, but it's too many agendas. It's too much ego. And the reason why this is continuing is because I've gotten rid of all that. I don't have an ego. I don't care if I win or lose. I don't care anymore. You know, I'll tell you proudly that I'm a good player, that I'm a top player, but I don't actually give a fuck. I don't care. I promise you guys I don't care. Whether this works or not is irrelevant because I already have a plan that is working. This is nothing more than a community passive event because I have the time to do it. That's it. And a lot of you guys hold Storm at a higher degree or importance, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And again, if you guys want a healthier space, because if you're going to spend all day on Storm, you might as well create a space where you're not losing your shit, right? If you guys really just play Storm all day and this is one of the games that you just enjoy that much, you might as well be in a place that you enjoy. You might as well get off ranked. You clearly see it's nothing but a circus. It's the same characters over and over again, the same teams over and over again. It's 100+ characters. It's a circus. I've gotten off this game for months, came back in the same players, same names, doing the same shit. It's just, come on now. It's a circus. So, again, and thank you, Miss, for putting the Discord link. If you guys want this shit to thrive, if you want it to continue, if you want the stuff to go past a small community project, then put the fucking work in, bro. Because I'm not carrying this shit anymore. My book bag's full. I already have a full plan. Everything I have to do is gonna work. I'll set the dates. I'll put up the community dates. I'll put in the effort myself because this is mine at the end of the day. I take complete ownership. But as a community, y'all gotta want to do it too. Y'all gotta read the rules. Y'all gotta read the setups, the plans. You gotta be involved because I'm not a newspaper boy, bro. I'm not coming and chasing people anymore. I'm not sending 40 notifications for something that you guys are asking me to do. The days are there. The videos will be up once a month. I'll basically drop like the monthly itinerary, and then from there on in, it's y'all responsibility to join the events. I'll advertise, I'll remind you guys, but I'm not sending 50, 80 fucking notifications for something that you guys are supposedly wanting to happen. Because if you want something to happen, then you'd be willing to participate. You wouldn't have to be looked for. It's just that simple. If you want to get better at Storm, then no one would have to chase you around to teach you how to play. You would just put in the work. That's how I got better. Niggas did not send me 50 notifications to train. I was looking for dudes. I was actively looking for people that were better than me and getting better. It's that simple. So it's up to y'all now. I'll put in the work. I'll create the content. You know what I'm saying? I'll do my part as the YouTuber, as the foundation, but going forward, it's up to y'all. Whether or not this shit continues is up to y'all. If I create a tournament and I have to fucking chase people around and look for your names and ask you a bunch of 90% of you guys are grown men. 90%. 90% of you guys are adults. Alright? If you want to be a part of something, then be there for it. I'm not talking about being 5 or 10 minutes late for work or anything like that. Life happens. I'm talking about continuously searching for dudes, sending out 50 notifications, and just being passive about something, again, that you guys are saying is very important. So if it's important for you, right, as important as it is for me, then we got to start showing conviction. We got to start actually showing effort. We got to start asking, how can we make this as a community work? Don't just wait for the YouTuber to do the work. And that's another reason why this community actually is so small and toxic, because the same people that want Storm to continue and be a community are just relying on the same 1 or 2 people to do it. And those 1 or 2 people from the comp community are toxic. It's an echo chamber. I hate using that word, but on that side, they're correct. It's absolutely an echo chamber. It's the same 5 to 10 people setting events, doing tournaments, scamming players. And the Storm community wants to thrive. You guys want stuff. You guys want shit to be done, but nobody wants to put in the work. And then when it's done, you complain about it. You don't want the work to be put in. You don't want to actually do it. And then when the events are done, you want to have opinions. When the work is done, then everybody wants to put their 2 cents in. And that's why United Nations failed. We should have never been asking people whether or not they agree or disagree. We should have been setting the precedent, and then if you want to join, you join. If you don't, then shut the fuck up. That should have been the precedence. Because if you're not putting in the work to make the ban list, if you're not drawing the shit, then you shouldn't respectfully really be having too much of an opinion. Now, if you're in the community and you regularly participate in events and you clearly have an interest, you're clearly showing the fuck up, you're putting the work in, then obviously, yeah, of course. Then at that point, you're clearly allowed to have that opinion. You're allowed a seat at the table. You're allowed to put in your statements because you were there. But just showing up out the blue because you're a comp player, you have a certain amount of wins and all that nonsensical bullshit is done. All that is done. It's delusional. We gotta stop catering to delusional people. Same thing with casuals. I stand up for casuals as much as anybody on the planet, so you guys know where I stand with casuals. But the same thing applies to casuals too, bro. If you're not gonna show up for an event and then you're not gonna really be in the Discord, then there's really no reason for you to have your opinion on why a character should be banned or why it's unfair. Why Donzo's broken. If you're not going to show up for an event, if you're not going to be active in the community, if you're not going to actually put in the work to be there, then why should I take anything you're saying seriously? You're not participating, right? You're not putting in the work. You're not actually showing conviction. So that's enough of my little rant on that. Again, I want you guys to completely understand, yes, I'm still continuing the channel. Yes, I'm still going to do my part as a YouTuber, but if y'all want this Discord to continue, if y'all really, because y'all play the game anyway, y'all in there daily playing when I'm at work, doing other shit. You guys want the stuff to thrive, you want a positive space, show fucking conviction. Show a little backbone, show a little conviction. Not because you want me to continue it, but because that's the space you want created. That's the world you want to be a part of. If y'all are really tired of these top players running shit and pretending like they're gods on a fucking video game, egotistical as shit just because they have a couple of wins under their belt, and you really want a space because you like Naruto and you want a positive community, show conviction. Show up, sign up, share the videos, be a part of it, be a part of the effort. You don't have to pay for anything, everything is free. All we're asking is time that you say you want to invest. You say something is important. If something is important, then we need conviction. I'm one person, and I gotta be real with y'all. This channel ain't important to me. It's not. I've been said this. And if at any point I feel like I'm pulling all this shit by myself, if I feel like I have to beg community members to do shit or admins to do shit that should be common sense or it should be a community effort for this shit to run smoothly, I will drop this shit. That's where the stress came from. This shit does not matter to me. But if it matters to you, if it matters to us, then let's do it. I'm willing to do it. I won't get another quitting video if we're all putting in the work. But I promise y'all, there won't be another quitting video. There won't be a why Kaizen, why the community fail, why anime games are bad, why. I'm not going to say anything. I won't say a word if I feel like I'm pulling teeth, if I feel like the community doesn't want it enough. I'm not going to say a damn thing. It'll be 2-3 years pass, and I'll be blowing up on the main channel, and y'all just go, oh shit. It'll be a memory. So with all that being said, yes, the main channel is back. I'm gonna continue. How much time do I have? Next game, I'm gonna show you guys the calendar events. I mean, the video is gonna be made tomorrow, so look out for it. At the beginning of every month, there's going to be a video that I'm going to make. And the video is basically going to be the itinerary, showing you guys the dates, the ban list, everything updated. So no one can have a million questions. And if you do have questions, if you're new to the Discord, that's fine. You guys can just look at the video and it explains everything for you. Everything will be laid out for you. As simple as possible. Who's banned? Why are they banned? You know, what community events are we doing this month? How many tournaments? How many events? How do I sign up? Everything will be right there in front of you. Because I like the space. You know, I like doing this stuff. But again, this isn't the main focus. I have a lot of plans for stuff that I'm going to be doing. But I'm not going to be pulling by myself. I'm not going to be pulling teeth. And, you know, it's a small team of people and individuals. So all we ask, or I ask at this point, is that y'all just put in a little effort too. So that we can get the shit going. Who knows? Maybe this shit will amount to something bigger. Who knows? I doubt it, but who knows? Anything's possible in this world at this point. So that's my little rant for now. So what else is the video update about? Let's definitely hit some floor. Thank you. The volume's a little too loud. Turned it up because it was low earlier, but now it's too loud. Okay. So that's the first thing. What else? In terms of other games and what we're going to be doing in the Discord, as I said in my video as well, and you guys are going to see it tomorrow, there's really, realistically, not that many FGCs out, or anime FGCs, that's even a thing. Anyway, there's not that many anime games right now that are even balanced or really worth the investment to do. There's really not. My plan was to do My Hero One's Justice, but I knew it was going to be slop, but I did not. This is the last time I underestimate slop potential. I promise you it is. I sincerely did not think that the game would be this much slop. I didn't. You know, I've seen Battlefront drop. I've seen so many unbalanced games, and I think to myself, I've seen it all. And then somehow CC2, Bandai, these companies managed to do another one. These guys are literal fucking wizards. They're magicians. It's like somehow they have an infinite cycle. They have an infinite bin of slop. It amazes me how they really sincerely go out of their way. You like, at a certain point, you guys have to realize how hard it is to make a game that unbalanced. You know, at a certain point, you have to realize how hard you have to try to make a game not worth, like, effort buying. They're trying at this point. It's very clear to me, and it should be very clear to you guys how badly these companies are making it obvious they're not trying. Like, they are trying to make slop at this point. Like, they're trying their absolute best to put in the least amount of resources to make any game possible. Trying to make. But at this point, you know, you get to a point where it's like, what does that have to do with me? What does that have to do with y'all? Nothing. I think none of that stuff matters. I think we should enjoy what we do have, realize it's slop, and not put too much time and effort into it in order to save your own sanity. Trying to take any of these games remotely serious will seriously have you in an asylum. It will. It will. There's literal Storm players that have been to, you know, mental breakdowns. There's literal Storm players that have had mental breakdowns. What's the man's name? Modern Gods. He's literally had a mental breakdown on stream over Storm because of the balance. You know, getting on the game every day, playing the same teams, getting toxic messages. You literally, like, start to lose your shit. You're like, bro, what? This is not real. There's no way this is real. It's not a real place. It is a real place. This is the community, sir. It's absolutely a real place. This is the Storm community. Welcome. The community where we don't know how to define neutral and think we are God. And, you know, I think who said it? Who said it? That we should just boycott the companies. You know, at a certain point, even if us content creators were to do it, you know, people are still gonna buy these things. So I don't even think if like, oh, just boycott Bandai. I think it really comes down to, I think if that were to work, the bigger content creators would have to do that in order for that to even remotely work. Because a lot of these guys have, you know, mills at this point. That's a lot of numbers. If you tell people that the game is slop and not to buy it at all, you're hurting Bandai's, you know, pockets at a certain level. Not if I do it or, you know, Rose does it. President Rose do it. You know, he got subs, but not enough to, you know what I'm saying, really do damage. Not enough to actually hurt their pockets. But if Rhyme, I believe, if Afro, Rhyme, like every big content creator would be like, alright bro, enough of the cycle, bro. This is slop. Don't fly us out. Don't do none of that. If you guys aren't going to fix these games, if y'all dead ass are not going to take our advice and we're just a cog in the wheel, alright, bet. Then we're just going to tell people to stop buying your game. You can't sue us for, you know what I'm saying, what's that shit called? No, bad foul play or slander or anything like that, because it's public opinion. It's a video game. I have never heard of somebody getting locked up for slandering a video game. That would literally go against the Second Amendment. That would be a new world order at that point. Like, y'all could probably try to take them to court, but for slander or whatever, but it's a video game. You literally, good luck with that in the Supreme Court. Like, niggas got better things to do worrying about Bandai and you know what I'm saying, their little video game company. I doubt it. So again, if the bigger content creators would actually be like, yo, this is slop and stop, you know what I'm saying, funding this stuff more or less, you know, stop just going along with the cycle for the sake of being a lapdog, I definitely genuinely believe it would happen. Second Amendment is guns. Well, look at me failing history. The First Amendment. You're right. The First Amendment. It's been a while since I've been in history. You're absolutely right in this. And this is how I look at the world now. We're surrounded by drones, bots, and people who don't think for themselves. 90% of people buy these games not just because they're bots, but because the content creators make it look good. They make it look enticing. Right? They're helping. They're helping. So you would be amazed how many people would spend a certain amount of money just to be in a room with Afro. That's how much of a slop drone they are. Their existence, their livelihood, their existence is so small and ridiculed to the point where meeting another man is important enough to spend thousands, hundreds, millions. Never. I'd never. I would never. That's the reason why, you know, when I meet voice actors, I haven't met that many, but when I go to conventions, bro, I'm not paying to get your signature. I admire a lot of people's work. I admire their skill. I love how they do things. But, bro, if I were to meet Kendrick or any Lloyd Banks or anybody that I enjoy their craft, I'm not paying you just for you to write on a piece of paper. You don't realize how demeaning at a certain level that is. How, like, you realize what I'm saying about my own existence at that point. I'm equating you to a god at that point. I would pay just to have you in a room, just to look at me, just to spend time with me. But anyway, I'm getting a little rant here. The point I'm making is 90% of people fit in that category. They would do it. Most people don't have Most people don't have a slightest point of existence in this world. They don't. They get up, they go to work, they play video games. They don't have any reason. They don't have a mission. So with that being in mind, most people would happily put down thousands and hundreds of dollars just to sit in a room with Afro. Not just coming at Afro, I'm just using his name a lot because I think out of the anime game community, he has the most subs, so that's why I keep using his name. So with that being said, and realizing how much power and authority that is, bro, yes, a lot of people are drones. Yes, I completely agree with you at that point. A lot of people would still buy the game, but you also have to realize how many of these people are just sheep. You can really, and I mean really, use that to your advantage. You can. The same way they use that to their advantage to get guaranteed views every time a slot game blows up, in the same way they use their algorithm and their channel as an advantage to make sure that smaller creators don't get anywhere. Oh, you better believe. If they wanted to, you better believe, yeah, they could actually do damage to the point where they would start looking at numbers and start going, okay, we're losing a lot of money. We're still making sales, but we got 3 content creators worth 1 million subs each telling everybody not to buy a copy just because they're soulless. They'll do it. They're still going to make money. They're still going to make thousands and millions, but their expenses and how much they're losing will have notice. They'll take notice. It'll matter. And it'll matter to the point where they'll do one of two things. They'll either get rid of them. What game are we? We're talking about every game press. Right? We're talking about the whole bigger issue here about slop and anime game communities. I don't even know how I got here. I just started ranting. But if they really wanted to, like I said, the same way that they set up these agendas, right, to keep themselves at the top, right, the same way that they're playing chess at the top, if they wanted to, they could force Bandai. They could. A lot of people say, oh, but Afro and then Rhyme and them have tried to, and they've tried before to state their opinions and they just get ignored. Nah. Because if that were completely accurate, 100% accurate, then Stormforce still wouldn't have Nemesis. Stormforce still wouldn't have a tournament. So clearly they made enough noise for them to have to pay attention because they did something about it. If y'all remember, Storm dropped without Spectator. Storm4 dropped with a lot of shit that should have been in the game. And we had hashtag Fix Storm, right? And it made enough noise for them to be like, okay, let's actually do something because this is getting annoying. They won't stop blowing us up. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of bigger content creators making noise that we don't want. Last thing we want is for them to be telling people that the game isn't worth money, so let's do something about it. It took a while, but they did it. It took a while, but they did it. Alright? And the point that I'm making is that they did it. So if they did it once, they can do it again. The problem is they don't want to do it because they're comfortable. That's the point I'm making. right? If we really wanted to, we could have been had Sparky fix. But again, niggas was comfortable with the negative views because it still did the job of getting view count. It was never about whether or not Dragon Ball was important. It was whether or not numbers were adding up. So again, when people look at me and they tell me, oh, but Afro said, and they've been trying for years and Bandai doesn't really care, I look at them like they're stupid, because if that honestly were the case, if they really had no power, Storm would not have had an Endless. Storm wouldn't have half of this stuff. Like, the power is definitely with the creators. Y'all forget, and again, this is not, this isn't anime game related, but bro, niggas bullied a company, a full-blown $1,000 company, into fixing Sonic. Y'all forget that. Regular normies, bots, drones, dudes who don't get off the internet, bullied a company into fixing Sonic. These are regular bots. Purposeless, soulless niggas. Bullied a company into fixing a show. Didn't leave them alone to the point where they had no choice, bro. They daily notifications, daily blowing up, to the point where it was getting in the way of business. Like, damn, what's on the itinerary, sir? We have over 500 messages on Twitter and emails about this Sonic project. What are we gonna do? So again, when people really sit there and be like, oh, the creators don't have any power, it's at the company, and Bandai doesn't need us. And really? Maybe in Japan, sure. Sure. In Japan, I'm sure that doesn't apply. Because they're going to get their money in JP anyway, because it's a Japanese-based company, I'm sure. But here in the West, they still got to make their sales. They still got to hit the quota. Still gotta make the quota, buddy. And the US is a part of them quotas, bro. Believe it or not, the US pulls a lot of them sales. Anyway, I went on a long rant about that, but I ranted about it because, again, another reason why I don't care about this shit anymore, it actually... It loops into the conversation of what I'm talking about right now. It does. And that's another reason why I don't take this channel seriously. And I would tell any anime fighting game content creator not to take any of this shit seriously. Because the game at the top is being played to the point where a lot of people are so drone-based, so slop-based, so easily manipulated and just watching so stupid that they don't see it happening right in front of them, that when you point it out in front of them, it becomes a movie, it becomes a joke. Every time it's pointed out and somebody gets close to talking about it, it becomes a joke. It becomes like a fucking sitcom show. Family Feud. That's what the Twitter calls resort to. That's what the Discord calls, resort to. But what I'm basically essentially talking about is how, again, like I just said, how if things wanted to really be changed, they could. They're not changed because people at the top will come. And it's like, oh, where's your evidence, Kaizen? You're accusing a lot of higher content creators. Bro, do the research yourself. The same way I did the research, the same way I opened my eyes and I started seeing the patterns, how easy it is to look at the patterns. How easy it is to spot this shit. We've been memeing this stuff for months about the masters at the top, but we're not joking. This been joking about this for months. Me and Berserk been talking about this in Stormfort for months. It's not a joke though. Like, we joke about it. The masters. It's dead ass not a joke though. It's not funny. I don't think it's funny at all for you to not be able to talk about a content creator's name because bad things could happen. It shouldn't be funny to anybody. I laugh at it because it's comedy. It's so stupid. It's so ridiculous that you have to laugh. That's why I laugh about it. That's why I laugh. It's utterly ridiculous to hear that in a video-based economy, people are scared to speak their mind because bad things can happen at the top. It's hilarious. Over a video game, when life is already difficult. We already have things that we should be paying attention to. This stuff is made for you to escape. This stuff is made for you to enjoy yourself. And we done made this shit. We done turned this into Among Us. Over a video game. Yeah, so yeah, it is funny. I think it's hilarious that if you say a certain name, bad things can happen. I think it's hilarious that people don't hear what I've been saying for months. And I really voiced this on Sparking. I don't see how people don't realize that, no, Kaizen wasn't just being negative. Kaizen wasn't just being, you know, harsh about people talking about his channel. Bro, if y'all were to pay attention, y'all would realize what Kaizen was saying. Now everybody's saying. The same hate vids that I was making, go type Sparking Zero right now and go check what they upload. Go check what was uploaded yesterday. Go check what was uploaded today. Looks similar, doesn't it? It looks similar. This shit sound like a conspiracy, like it sound like a conspiracy, like some shit you would make up. But if y'all would pay attention, which most people don't, because again, they like slop. They're okay with the cycle. They're okay with everything. Everything's fine. If you would look at the shit, you would realize I'm not telling a single lie. You just, oh shit. Nigga said Kaizen was making too many negative views and that his channel was based on hate, but that's strange. He's moved on, and here we are a year later, and we're still talking about the problem with Sparking and how the game failed. That's a little weird to me. I find it weird. Isn't that a little hypocritical? Isn't that a little strange? That's a little strange to me that the same people that said I was just a hate-based channel a year later turn around and do the same exact thing. It's a little strange to me that we can upload a video talking about how we're saved and then literally within the next 3 to 4 days talk about how the game is bad. Isn't that... Don't y'all see patterns? Isn't that a little strange to y'all? Ain't that a little weird? Isn't that a little hypocritical? See, but the problem with the slop community is no one wants to push buttons. Nobody wants to talk about the truth. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. Everybody wants to continue with the cycle because no one likes conflict. Everybody likes to be safe. Everybody likes to believe that they're safe and the cycle is fine. Because if something changes, then the unknown is there, right? No one likes the unknown. No one likes to have change, especially people who are winning, right? So everything I'm talking about and suggesting to you guys obviously makes sense. Everybody's thought about it. But if that happens, then it's not guaranteed you will still be at the top. You still be at the top. It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed anymore. So, yeah, it does feel a little weird when you start to realize that for every time that I've been painted a villain and just a negative person from the Storm creators down, like, I'm not new to this stuff. The only reason why the Storm community doesn't like me for the most part, and I've been quote-unquote blackballed or looked at as a negative dude in the Storm community that you should be careful of, is because I tell the truth. I don't mind conflict, and I will tell niggas straight up, bro, I don't care that you're a top player. I don't need your permission. You're not my father. What? I need permission from you to make a tier list because you won? Do you hear yourself? Do you hear yourself? Do y'all hear that? I want y'all to say that out loud with a straight... I dare you to say that out loud with a straight face. You can't make this tier list because I won the match. Say it with a straight face. Don't grin. Don't laugh. Try to say it with a straight face. You can't do it. You can't do it. Don't laugh. I'm the CEO on this video game because I won over 50 matches and you're worse than me. Try not to laugh. I dare. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Straight face. It's pretty hard to do. And I even started this rant, the whole thing I was talking about in the first place, because again, that's why I'm like, I don't care about the shit. Y'all gotta realize how pointless it is and how infinite the cycle is, how well built this shit is. It's designed all the way from Bandai's pockets down to the content creators that y'all so-called love. It is designed to keep it like this. When y'all realize that, when you realize that and y'all wake up and y'all start actually questioning the hypocrisy, how often they change sides, how often the agendas switch, then we'll start getting results. But that's not going to happen because, again, 90% of niggas are bots. 90% of niggas get on here, push buttons, and go boom boom. No one asks questions. Wants to raise their voice because the masters at the top don't want them to. There's risks. Too many people will get hurt. Right? It's designed to keep it this way. And I like anime as much as the next man, but you realize, bro, the whole point at this point is to just keep your head down and do the work. You can't care. You can't care about the whole hero agenda and trying to save the community and trying to open everybody's eyes, and because most people don't want that, bro. Most people want the status quo. Most people don't want to know the truth about their favorite content creators. I don't want to know that. Be shattering reality. Walking around a walking Itachi. Shattering realities. Have niggas looking like Sasuke when Toby told him the truth. Exactly what happened. Have niggas tweaking. What? He wouldn't do that. Do the research, bro. You mean my favorite creator, the one who said we can all win together? He wouldn't do that. He said we could use his content crit. What? They said they wouldn't mind if we used their clips. I wonder why. They said we can all win, didn't they? Isn't it strange? A little odd. A little odd. But hey, I'm just Kaizen, you know what I'm saying? Just a guy who's been spreading, what do they call those? Icebergs for years. I'm saying I won't say too much. I don't want to have a bomb into my car too. I just don't give a fuck. Again, I don't have any consequences. No one suffers under my heel if I say anything. I don't care. My channel is not at any risk because this isn't my channel. This isn't my main channel. I'm not so singularly creative like the rest of them at the top that I would have to rely on this channel in order to make it. It's not needed. Again, I do this because I like it. I like you guys. It's the only reason why I'm continuing. I like you guys. You guys are cool. Sitting in the voice call yesterday and then cracking up with your boy and his wife on the phone, doing the first to fives, regular slice of life shit. And niggas did not care who was winning or losing. At a certain point, we just lost track of who was winning, what was going on. We were just playing, bro. Remind me of sitting in my living room when I was a kid. Just goofy, fun stuff. I didn't care if I was winning or losing anymore. I just stopped trying. Even I stopped putting the effort in. Started getting too stocked. I'm like, bro, I don't even care anymore. Like, it's fun. The energy was so fun that I stopped caring. I'm sitting there eating a meal. Like, I don't have to win against these guys. It doesn't matter. Just spitting facts. I'm just a guy who woke up recently. Doesn't care anymore. And if a lot of y'all, press, I don't know what your current plan is anymore or in terms of content. I haven't seen you for a little while now. But if you guys want to be anime content creators, then go for it. But again, at the top, at a certain level, it's really designed so well that you're not supposed to make it. You're not. It's really who you know at this point, and truth be told, I don't want to know. I don't want to be their friends. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to eat coffee and make deals behind the table. And I want a fair chance. I want everybody to have a fair chance. I want talent to speak for itself. I don't want to gaslight and be at the top as long as I possibly can because I'm friends with so-and-so. No, I want everybody's work to show for themselves. No, bro, I want everybody to win. If your work ethic is better than mine, if your video is better than mine, then I want you to win. You should be in front of me. But it's not built that way. It's built to keep the same people eating at the top, to keep the same slop eating drones, watching the vids. It's built to keep people from asking questions, and when you do, then you get goofy Twitter calls. Can't say too much. What?
Are you okay with brother house?
Yes. That's how it is. So how do we even get here, Kaizen? What the fuck does anything have to do with Storm? I'm saying all this to say that y'all gotta think for yourselves, not because I'm telling you to, but because life is too short to be a drone. I recently just woke up myself, honestly. Just allowing people to dictate your life and tell you what is and isn't, how things should and shouldn't be. Don't do that. Don't say that. I think when people start getting uncomfortable with you in the room, I think that's probably a sign you're making progress. I think that's what it is. I've learned that when you start to disrupt the cycle and you become the bad guy in the community, like like Cinch just said, oh shit, he's becoming the villain. I've been the villain. Think back. You guys haven't been here long enough to be a part of my channel to understand. Ask Miss. I think Miss has probably been here the longest out of anybody on the channel. Outside of Berserk, Roxas, the original 5. Ask Miss how long I've been the villain when I was being nice. When I was being cordial. When I wanted to talk to the CEO. When I wanted to talk to them in VCs. When I wanted to explain my side and why things are the way they are. You guys don't even have to ask the man. Go to my old first channel. Look up my first video when I broke down why Hashirama should have been banned. And look at what happened. You're not a villain for speaking up for yourself or caring less about public opinion. You're a villain when you think that being nice or doing it their way, doing it the nice way, the polite way, is gonna get you results. They don't give a fuck about what I'm talking about when it comes to these ban lists. They don't. I could sit down in a VC with any top player for 100 hours and explain exactly why, show them screenshots, show them gameplay, show them proof. They don't care. In their mind, they're already God. They've already made up their mind. They're better than me. I don't belong there. I shouldn't be making decisions, so I'm not going to. That they've already made that up. That's what it is. They've already made up their mind with that. So why am I going to sit here and ask for permission and try to be polite? And I've already met these guys in real life at these conventions, at these IRL tournaments. Most of these guys are soft. None of these guys are hard crooks or they've been in the street. Most of these dudes are soft as hell. They talk crazy to each other online, and then they go outside and they meet each other at these events, and then they ask each other if they want to go get tea after. It's an actual, literal, ongoing joke in the Storm community. Not a joke I made up, but a joke they noticed amongst themselves. They hate each other so much, they talk so much shit, and then when they meet up at these conventions, they all want to go out to get burgers. It's hilarious. They want to go sip tea together. It's hilarious. Why? Because again, people don't like conflict. It's a lot easier to call someone delusional or dork or bad at the game or trash or slop or what was that other word the CEO used? That was a real good time for me to remember these things. What did he call us? What were we labeled? What were we? Casuals? Not casuals. What's another word they had for us? Casuals is the better term. It's like how the U.S. calls people aliens. That's the polite term. They definitely had a slur for us. Casuals. I remember it. Normies. There it is. Normies. Us normie players. There it is. We're normies. Normies. Us normies don't deserve to make decisions in the Storm community. That's what it was. Alright. Don't do that. We rule it, not you. So yes, I guess I am the villain now. Dim Lord called me a there was another... I promise you, in the community, there was... I'm pretty sure they all... Like, Dim Lord called me a normie personally, but in the community, that's like the average term. It's like normie. There's a couple of ones. They have a whole list of them, really. In the comp community. For average, regular players who don't take the game as seriously as them. There's a list of terms for us. There's a list. Anyway. Been ranting for a while now. I have 1 more hour left. Let me get to the point. Alright, let me start taking this a little more serious again. So, the whole point of me ranting about this whole thing and me, quote unquote, I guess, being the villain, I've been the villain for many years in the Storm community. It's not new to me. Anytime you speak your mind and try to get rid of the status quo, you're a villain. I've tried to do it peacefully. I've tried to talk to these guys and join VCs. And again, the same energy that they have for us normies, they never have in VC calls. They don't have in person. They don't want conflict because they're soft. Us New Yorkers call it pussy, but I'm trying to be polite here. But I don't care about authority. Been like that my entire life as long as I can remember. I don't respect authority. I don't think anybody, unless they're competent, has the right or authority to actually tell me to go left or right. I've always been like that. And most of them aren't competent. Most of them aren't even better than me. Most of them aren't better than half of the people in my Discord already. Okay, that's a lie. I'm definitely stretching it. I want it to sound cool. But a good majority of them aren't good. If you tell them to hit random, do it first to 10. Everybody has to random select. And you just play what you get. You guys can probably guess who would win. Guys can guess who would win. And I know this is as a fact. It's not like gaslight or, I'm saying ego or any of that shit. Because it's already been done. You guys can go back on the channel and check my old channel. I used to play nothing but low tiers. I used to literally run from top tier characters. I would play nothing but low tiers and I would be hanging with these dudes. With these god ooga booga S tier boogeyman ass characters. And I would be hanging with them. Would I win? Nah, but I don't know. Some days I'd get closer than others. Sometimes I have one. But for the most part, yeah. Hanging with dudes with Kaguya, Sarda, walking around with regular characters that weren't as brain dead now. Storm is a little bit... Connections is a lot harder to make that argument because the whole roster is retarded now, but... Storm 4? Oh yeah, you could definitely make that argument. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely would have a lot easier time making an argument for how you can hang with a top player or parentheses top player. Because back then, your character... If y'all think character choices matter now, whoo! Yeah, back then, yeah, go ahead and pick Itachi. Outside of his tilt, he wasn't doing much. He wasn't doing nothing. Shikamaru, yeah, before he had his little up combo bullshit, yeah, he wasn't doing nothing. Yeah. Same thing with, you know, a lot of these characters. Sasuke, Hibai Sasuke. I mean, yeah, you had Chidori, but News was not playing that man like that. Everybody was running Rinnegan Sasuke, spamming his tilt. That's all it was. Nice troll spin. Scared a little bit. Kawaii, kawaii. Oh, I love it. So easy. Where was I? Yeah, people forgot about these things. Anyway, I'm getting way off the point. So back to, I guess, me being a villain or whatever. I've been a villain in the Storm community for years. I've been a villain in a lot of communities for years. The negative guy. Even Sparkins are always made out to be the villain. But if you guys paid close enough attention, you'd see I'd be a villain. Not because I was speaking the truth. But because I was speaking the truth and I was outside of the box. I was outside of the normal cool kid group. You're not supposed to say that. We are. Alright. Who gave you the permission to speak your mind so loosely? No one. They don't like that. Because if that were the true case, then people still wouldn't be uploading why the game is a problem every day, right? Every month, every week. We don't talk about that. So I sidetrack like crazy, but again, I think it matters because, again, in order to understand why I'm even continuing this channel and how I feel about life or how I feel about content, how I view things, you guys should be aware and know about the cycle. You guys absolutely should be privy to your favorite content creators, and maybe a couple of you guys should look a little bit closer at the people who y'all want to meet, your celebrities. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe Kaizen's not the villain. Maybe I've just been saying what they have been saying, and maybe I'm just outside of the box, and that makes people uncomfortable. And that you said it before. The problem with me isn't that you know, I'm a bad dude or whatever. The reason why I get bad rep in these communities is because I don't give a fuck. I don't care. They don't like that. I don't check in, as they say. You know, I like, you know, in gangs, people check in to hoods and shit. I don't check in. I don't check in. I don't need a top player's permission to do anything. I don't check in. I don't need your permission. I don't respect y'all niggas. Respect a grown man who's so afraid of change that he'd sabotage everybody's chances at the bottom just to guarantee that he gets to eat later on. Respect you. If you understand the algorithm enough and you study it long enough, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Respect y'all. Same thing with the Storm players. I don't respect y'all. I'm not the first casual player that's tried to make a community and they've ruined. I don't respect y'all. People aren't afraid of competition, they welcome it, bro. You wouldn't be afraid of change, you'd be welcome it so you can learn and better your own craft, better your own community. You don't want that. You don't want competition, you want to be worshipped. You don't want to be talked about in Twitter chats. But, again, we don't talk about that. Not enough, anyway. Yes, Mom. There's no what? There's pepper. What's that big jar you bought? You bought a whole big jar. There should be pepper in there. I would sure hope so. Anyway, just a little backstory. Back to the point of Storm, right? I didn't come here for my rantings on YouTube and the algorithm and why it makes no sense to continue the way it is and why the world is the way it is. Let's get back on point here. Yes, we are going to continue the stuff, but I wanted to give you guys a little highlight and understand why the energy is don't give a fuck. Why the energy is, alright, I'm going to just do it this way anyway. Why it's, oh, well, Kaizen's a villain. Well, yeah, I've been a villain for a while. So that's not new. The only thing that changes is the energy. That the rulership mentality, as Berserk calls it, that's the only. Or 24/7. You guys have to also keep a lookout for toxic players. You guys have to also keep a lookout for, because they're going to do everything they can to ruin any community that's not under their notch, that doesn't have their permission. It's clear as day. They did it with Nechi's Discord, they did it with our Discord. They're going to do it over and over. Unless the CEO's approval stamp isn't signed, you're going to get backlash. You're going to have spies, you're going to have weird grown men with no purpose in this world pulling up, coming back with reports and documents, giving them updates on what's going on. I don't want to be their competition. I'm not their competition. We're not competition. So it's our responsibility as casuals, as regular people, forget the casual complex, as people with purpose in this world, as people who aren't weird, it's just our responsibility to keep weird people out. I think if you're a grown man doing spy work for another person, I think you need to get help. I think you, just in general, that's weird. You just got to keep that energy out. That's just weird. I think it's not normal to report to another grown man on activities in a Discord that you allegedly don't care about. I think that's weird. So with all that being said, I've pretty much covered most of the updates. That's it. I don't think I'm gonna really be covering that many other anime games. Like I said, I don't really care for the anime game space like that anymore. I'll still really put out some guides and things like that. If I feel like a game is balanced enough to where it matter if I have a guide out, then I'll do it. I think Sparking Zero is finally back in that state. I've said that a million times, but hopefully they fix the netcode, because that's really the only thing that really just like drives me to stay off that shit. But yesterday I YouTubed Sparking Zero guides, and we have the same standard slop guides for every game that drops. The best this, the best that, the best settings. But no one actually made any character guides. There's none. Zero. There's not a single character guide. I think my Goku guide is the only guide. There's no guide to teach you how to play Trunks. There's no guide to teach you how to play, any of the lower tier characters. There's none. It's non-existent. It's just ranked, why the game failed, and that's it. There's no guides. So I'm gonna fill that void more than likely, but again, not because I really give a shit, but because, one, I know it'll work because it's not on YouTube. Supply and demand. If there's no one, right, because there's somebody in this world who still plays Sparking religiously somewhere. There's someone who's probably thinking about buying the game now and has no idea how to play some of these characters, right? So if there's not a single guide out there to teach you how to play mid Goku, and you get online and you're just pressing buttons, we're on the internet. You guys are smart. The next step after that is for people to go YouTube it. To you know what I'm saying? To figure it out. I want to do what that guy's doing in that video, and they might look it up, and there might be a You know, I played every Goku until I hit max rank, but the ideology is still just ranked. It's just slop. It's just, again, more videos on why you're good on an anime fighting game. It's not actually doing anything. It's not teaching anybody how to do it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is just do that. Doesn't have enough depth. I mean, I think once you master 2 or 3 characters, there's enough depth. Because again, every arena fighter only has so much variety in terms of movesets and how people play, but I do think to a smaller degree, I disagree with that. I think there is a small level of change that you can make to combos or abilities to mix up your own individual playstyle to a smaller degree that does make a difference here and there. I've played 100 Broly's, all of them play the same because they want to play with him with slop. And then I run across that one player that I played on PC who mastered Broly, and I was like, oh shit, this is not like anything I've played. Like, holy shit, this is different. So I disagree. I do think if you master a character's kit, it won't look different. Or it's the same thing with Storm. You're playing all these characters. At the end of the day, they all press circle, up, down, or neutral, right? But regardless of that, everybody has their own different play style when it comes to some of these characters. So I do think there is some level of individuality that can be introduced into some of these games. I do disagree. I think high kick, you know, wild sin. I think how you play and mixing into what you digest from a YouTube video defines your play style. And I think having enough of those, like whether it matters or not, again, I don't care. That doesn't really matter, right? Because people are going to watch it and people want to learn. I don't actually care on whether or not it does anything long-term for the community or how much it changes. I don't give a shit. If 100 dudes watch my video and now we got 100 dudes playing exactly like Kaizen, cool. What the fuck? I don't care. It's something to do. It'll make money, I know that much. And people will look at it and it'll have an effect on them. Whether or not it does anything, I don't give a shit. I don't. If people can get on Storm and watch 100 grown men do the same thing over and over and call it competitive play and line up for that, put money up for that, then I find it very hard to believe that the same principle can't apply on a different scale for strangers for something that might actually matter to them, right? You gotta really look at the logic on the different scale of some of these things. You know, there's different nuances. If people will put money up to watch 100 people YouTube buffer and not actually play a game whatsoever and call it advanced gameplay, then yeah, I think teaching somebody to do the same thing over and over again and them just changing 1 or 2 moves will actually do something. You know, at this point. The best thing about being a part of the Storm community, as long as I have, is that you can apply any of the brain dead logic they've used for this many years and make it work for yourself. That's what I actually love about this community. This is by far the worst community on the planet. I will stand on that until I die. But, you know, these idiots produce top tier slop, the best of slop possible. So you're damn skippy. Whether it works or not, I don't give a shit. Does it really matter? No. But again, if grown men can buffer, call it competitive, and spend thousands to go to different states, have hundreds of people line up to watch it and glaze, then yes, some random kid or grown man in the living room who wants to play mid Goku will probably have an effect on a guide video. Even if it's similar or remotely slightly the same, it'll have enough effect that it does something. Again, I'm not expecting to blow up. I'm not expecting to become Casshern-Dan off of an anime niche. You guys are fucked. I'm convinced nobody wants to change. I'm convinced nobody's going to call out the people at the top, and it's going to continue until somebody does something. Somebody's either going to knock them off the seat and do it better, or it's going to continue generation. Niggas going to be treating this shit like Attack on Titan, picking their next Titan founders, picking their successors. And that's exactly how it works in the anime game community. I like you. You're a lot like how I used to think. So you're my successor. When my channel falls off, when I'm too old to keep this shit up, you can continue. I'll give you all the Bandai's keys. I'll give you the game. Right? I'll teach you how to do this shit from scratch. And you can continue this stuff for the next generations. And then when you find your successor, you can do it over and over again too. That's exactly how the anime niche is going to continue for the next millennia. But I'm done with that. I can be Aaron. I like that role, to be honest. I think Aaron was right. Niggas look at me like I'm crazy if y'all want. I don't condone genocide, obviously. But in terms of what Aaron was saying, the principle, he was absolutely correct. And he was so right to the fact that, and I love Attack on Titan for this because the authors didn't sugarcoat it. They still won. Aaron lost, and everything that they were quote unquote trying to prevent and protect happened anyway. It shows the cruel, nonsensical nature of humanity. It shows the level of selfishness and how deep it goes, to the point that the same thing Mikasa, Armin, and the whole other side, oh, we don't like genocide, we don't want to. Yeah, it happened anyway. It just happened later. You didn't experience it. You didn't see it. But Aaron was so selfish that he was willing to sacrifice his lifetime, his bloodline, everybody's wants, so that everybody can win for their future. But again, they didn't see it, right? My kids can deal with it. My grandkids can deal with it. We'll all build a better future. And the writers, the person who made it was so direct. They showed you. It's not hinted at. It's not like Cowboy Bebop, where we don't know if it spiked out or not. No, it's obvious they lost. They still went to war. The place still blew up. The Titans still come back later. Everything that they wasted all of that time for was for nothing. Because they wanted to be heroes, right? Because they wanted to be good. Because they didn't want a couple of people to get hurt. Aaron was completely right. I am a Jaegerist. I don't care. I'm a complete Jaegerist. Absolutely. I just woke up myself a couple of, like 1 month ago. A couple of weeks ago, I just started to see the world in like complete circle. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Just waking up myself. Like, it's the same thing. Like, if you're intelligent enough to dissect anime and look at these same results, and if you're intellectual enough to have a 4D mindset like I do, you can kind of look at that stuff. And this is why I don't really like when people downplay Heavenly Controller. Heavenly Controller is somebody who has the same mindset but took it way too far. Like buying Aaron merch and walking around cutting his hair. Like, he took it too far. Heavenly is completely right about everything he says. He's the guy who took it way left. He's somebody who believes he's an anime character, right? But that's what happens when you take a good person and you convince them that they're not supposed to have what they want, and then they finally get their hands on it. They don't know how to they don't know how to limit that. They don't know how to stop their infatuation. That's what happens when you take a really good person, because you could look at Heavenly's old videos and he ain't never told a lie. That one thing I can tell about him and that I respect is Heavenly's never really lied. I'm not talking about bait, like little small lies, real lied. I'm talking about genuine lies about his character. He's dead ass. He never changed. He was always this way. But what he did is take the knowledge and information that he learned and he overloaded. He took that character and he embodied it in order to survive, for him to keep moving forward. But he didn't separate reality from anime. He didn't. And the difference is you can't do that because we're not in anime, bro. I love anime as much as anybody else, but no one's gonna, you know what I'm saying? No one's gonna respect you just because you say you're like Aaron. No one's gonna respect you just because you say you're strong. You gotta have the characteristics behind it. And there's a certain way you gotta go about it. You can't just walk around wearing Aaron's cloak and saying that you're the main character, everybody else is bots. You sound delusional, dude. Everybody doesn't even respect anime as a genuine art form yet. We haven't reached that form in society. So it's that lack of understanding, which is why he wound up how he did. But he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I don't think Heavenly's wrong at all with the way he used life, to a certain degree. It's just he didn't have the differentiation to do it the right way. So I'll do it. Looking ass. No, I'm not gonna become the next heavily controller. Looking ass. I'm joking. But no, there has to be a balance. And how did I get here? Oh, right. I started this whole thing saying the balance. I believe I have that balance. I do believe I am the main protagonist to a degree, right? I believe everybody should have the self-confidence to feel like I'm me, I'm the main character, I'm gonna do things the way I want to do it, and you know what I'm saying, I want life to go my way and I'm gonna do the best I can. That's what I mean. Like when it comes to being the main character, you shouldn't allow things to stand in your way just because. You know, you gotta have that confidence. That's what I mean when I'm like, okay, I'm the main character, but you can't be anime-istic and delusional to the point where you think you can be isekai and you know what I'm saying? You can't be walking around talking like that. You just can't. That's not normal. You can't go to an interview and someone asks you, why do you think you should have this job, and say, because I've already gotten it. I've seen it. I already have the job. The question is whether or not you want to hire me. Like, you can't, come on. Dude. And Heavenly doesn't have that connection. He doesn't have that differentiation to reality anymore. And I blame that on the people around him who didn't check him, you know what I'm saying? His mental state has been like that, failing for a little while, and he was surrounded by yes men and people, I would argue, who wanted to see him fail. And they didn't check him, they didn't correct him, they just supported it. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, back to my point. The reason why I made this whole cross-reference to Aaron and Heavenly Controller, how he even got here, is because, again, here we go, counter switch. They took that out the game, they said. Because I am a 4D thinker, and that's how my brain works. I see everything kind of at the same time, and I understand to a degree, unless you are highly intelligent, you're probably not going to understand half of what I'm saying. And I'm not saying you're stupid, but no, a lot of people just don't think on the same level. You know, I see everything happening at the same time in a way. So I can start putting shit together and make references and understand exactly what I'm saying at the beginning and still understand exactly how I got there and why it means everything. That's a high IQ trait. So if you don't understand, it's okay, you're not stupid, you just don't, you know what I'm saying, you just don't understand. We're all different people. You don't understand what I'm saying or how I got there. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody views the world differently and comes to conclusions differently. But I made the reference with Aaron saying that he was right, basically. I started that whole entire thing was, that's how I view YouTube now. That's exactly how I view this content shit. I'm not doing this stuff for y'all. I would also like to make that clear. I think one of my earliest mistakes when making the community for the casuals was saying, I'm doing it for y'all. I'm not doing this shit for y'all anymore. I'm not. I'm doing it for me. It's a completely selfish ambition. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. And if I'm saying is, if you guys enjoy it as much as I do, and you're just as selfish as I am, and you want to enjoy the space as much as you say you do, then just put in the work to make sure that it's maintained. That's all I'm saying. I'm doing it because I like it. I like y'all. I like hanging out with y'all, and like I said, the goofy conversations that we have. I like it. But I'm not doing this for some greater goal to save the anime community, like I said. The reason why I came to the Aaron conversation was because, as I was saying, y'all niggas can't be saved, bro. Most people don't want the status quo to be changed, and most people don't have the IQ to understand even what I'm talking about when it comes to the status quo with YouTube and content. That part I will say is stupid or not, because most people just don't want to look at their favorite YouTubers as villains or, you know, as bad people. I'm saying I don't think any of the creators that I'm talking about are bad people. They're just selfish. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think they're weak. I think they're a piece of shit. I think that, you know, being weak enough that you're scared to lose your spot, you should know your own self-worth. The lack of confidence is why they do what they do at the top. The reason why we're stuck is because of the anime game communities and because the content creators that know they can sell slop because they can keep their spot are selling slop because they can keep their spot. It's completely selfish. But it's weak because if you genuinely in your heart of hearts believe that you have the gift, if you believe that your content is so good that people are going to watch you regardless, then you wouldn't care if someone makes another video or gets their video out first or has early access before you. You wouldn't care because you know people are still going to line up at your table because you sell what you're going to sell. And no matter what they say out their mouths, it's not like that. They absolutely 100% care who has games earlier than them, who streams the game before them, who Bandai greenlights and doesn't. They absolutely care. That's what it is. Storm 4 connections. Every time connections. So, yeah. I'm not doing this stuff for you guys. I'm doing it because I want to do it. I don't really care particularly about opinions or whether or not people do, the right or bad thing, or I don't really care about that. And I linked it to Aaron being right because I kind of feel like it's the same thing with me here. The same way Aaron was ridiculed and used and treated like trash and called things and gaslit and he's a bad person, stay away from him. And I've had the same shit in the community the whole time. I've always been the villain, quote unquote, in their eyes. Kaizen was the villain because he was somebody who came outside, who got good enough to compete with top players, didn't want to be friends with top players, and had a goal in mind that they didn't approve of. Because unless you're cool with the CEO, unless you're cool with the top player, then you're not allowed to have a certain amount of opinion. Kaizen didn't care about that. So Kaizen did what he wanted to do anyway. What comes with that? A stamp on your back. You're a bad player, you're negative, you're toxic, you shouldn't be allowed at events, you're not pleasant, don't talk to him, don't work with him. That's what comes with speaking your mind. Uncomfortability. But another thing I learned in this lifetime, the person with the most people surrounded is the weakest. Always. Weak. Bitch ass niggas who need a yes men around them because they're too afraid to expand. Me? I don't care. I know I have the gift. I've done shit by accident that's having me blown up, so imagine if I actually start trying and doing it on purpose. My point exactly. So, no longer do I care about tier lists and meta, whether I win on this game or not. If niggas want to pull up with Sarda and play, good for you. That's the energy. That's all the stream was. That's all my point. I spent an hour to tell you guys I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm not doing this community shit for y'all. I'm not doing it to get y'all attention or to hope that I get recognized as a good deeded person in the community and that my name is forever stamped. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. In a couple of years, we're gonna have VR headsets and shit so advanced niggas is gonna be literally walking around in Ninja World, so why the fuck would we even care? No one cares. Doesn't matter. This isn't important. This is passive free time on my way to greatness. That's all. That's all. So, yes, I will be uploading daily from now on. I'll be pulling off Don Q-Tech. If Don can do it, then I can do it. If Don can do it, I can do it. And I appreciate Don for his consecutive efforts, because I remember when that man was recording in the car. But again, let's not pretend. This isn't me spitting bad on his name. I've told him this before as well, which is, it's a little hypocritical to say that I upload bad videos, and I'm not saying Don said that I did this. Don didn't say that at all. The people in the community surrounded by Don and other people who he's hung out with or supported, it's a little hypocritical to say that all I do is post negative content and I can't do shit without negative content when that's all you guys also post. Alright, we're a year late in and daily we have sparking zero updates on what's going on wrong in the community. Very rarely do I see any good from the sparking community, the same community that ridiculed me and said that all I do is talk about negativity. Alright? So you gotta really look at the whole picture here, man. If people feel like they gotta do whatever they gotta do to win, then that's great. This world, this life that we live is all about greed. I don't know what circumstances people were in or why they may or may not need that money. If it works for you, If the reality that you need to exist requires you to do that because of what you've already suffered from, then at that point, I have nothing but respect for you. You have absolute right to do that. But what I won't respect is people changing stories. What I won't respect is people changing narratives. Because if you're gonna be that selfish, then, as I've said before, you gotta die by that sword. I respect people who are willing to be selfish, but are willing to die by that sword. You live by the sword you swing. I respect that. If you're gonna be a piece of shit, then this is why I can't get rid of this person. You're gonna be a piece of shit, then that's great. As long as you're fully aware of the route you're taking and you're willing to see it down to the end, I got nothing but respect for you. Because you're fully aware. You're fully aware. And you're willing to die by that sword. But don't cry later. Don't point fingers later. Don't say, but I'm not doing it when you're doing the same thing. Don't support it. Don't even remotely support the agenda that one side is doing something that the other isn't. Because at the end of the day, no matter how hard we all look at the Spark and Zero community, it's just a bunch of people wanting to get clicks, and we all found out early that negativity was the easiest way. That's all it was. My genuine intention was never to just farm negative content. I did it because I was speaking my mind. At a certain point, did I realize it was easiest? Absolutely. I'm not retarded. I would sure hope as a content creator you know what's going on in your algorithm. But at this point, it was coming from a genuine standpoint because I was trying to do something which I already talked about in the beginning of the stream, which was change the cycle, right? I was trying to open people's eyes because if it was all just from a selfish standpoint, then I would have never made the how to spot toxic creators video. I was trying to get people to wake up. I was trying to help them identify the difference between a good creator and their favorite creator. That's what I was trying to do. I understood that the rants worked, so at a certain point, and if you pay attention, you'd see it, that I started to change up the video format. I added rant in the title because I knew it would sell, but I wasn't ranting anymore. I was teaching, right? I wasn't just talking about the toxic points of the game. I was teaching. I was trying to teach people. I was trying to put niggas on. I was trying to save the community, or I was trying to put a cape on. I was trying to open people's eyes to the same shit I saw. But again, at a certain point, you realize people don't want that. You know, people don't. If they want to learn, they gotta get the fuck up and learn the same way I did. If I can actually point this out for the 4K proof. Gotta learn the same way I did. Here we go. And again, and I played it nice. I don't know why I played it nice. I still said what I said in my most aggressive, passive way I could, but that was me being nice. I don't want to hear shit the next time I do drop a video on Sparking because y'all still do the same shit. And I'll be ready for that war. I will absolutely be ready to go to war for that because it's been a year now. And y'all still do the same shit. Y'all still condone the same shit. So as I was saying, if y'all check, I don't like looking at it from this way. Yeah, I did the rantings. I did all that. Popular. Right? But look at the fourth most popular video. This wasn't a rant anymore. This right here, 26 minutes of me yapping is the same shit that I just did for an hour and 44 minutes, bro. This was me. I didn't have to do this. This was me telling people, yo, your favorite creators, the same ones talking about all this stuff in Sparking, are lying to y'all. Yo, the same dudes that y'all want to meet in person are like, yo, sabotaging the community, yo. And I'm glad that many people watched it. And I hope that a lot of the views that I actually got from this, somebody took something from it. I hope 21K people learned from that video and actually look at it. But I know I'm too naive for that. I was too naive for that. 21K people clicked the video. They thought Kaizen was going to rant and talk about the game. They probably got about this far and they didn't want to hear that shit and they clicked off. So again, before niggas tell me that all I did was rant and destroy the player base and talk about the negativity of sparking, and all I did was use that to view and build my channel. Let's look at what happened. All right, let's not change the narrative. This entire video, first of all, the thumbnail is a meme in its own right. Right? But this is just me talking about the problem with the community, and it was all facts, nothing but facts. Then I talked about how the developers could help. Then, continuously after that, I talked about different things on how to fix. Right? Notice the difference between me and the same niggas that talk about how, you know what I'm saying, all you do is negative farm. Alright, because I talked about the problem, and then I gave solutions. I gave solutions. I gave hope. I gave answers. The Zero Dorks plan, as much as Christian doesn't like the idea or the title behind it, is just that. The Zero Dorks plan is to keep weird content creators that like to change the narrative, the same ones that are all cool talking about Kaizen making negative content, out of the space that wants to move forward, right? Out of the space that wants to see the future and actually change the fucking narrative, that wants to change the same copy and paste slop stuff. Guess I'll push the button then. Because the hilarious part is a lot of people aren't blind to this stuff. Most people just don't want to hear it. Because they truthfully believe that if they are friends with these creators, if they play nice, if they follow the system eventually, you know, the people at the top, and this is not just talking about anime content games. I'm talking about Storm mentality. I'm talking about the anime space. I'm talking about life in general, but this applies to the Storm community and this applies to the content creator side. Most of them genuinely believe, like, okay, if I just play nice with them, then eventually they'll give me a seat at the table. Little nigga, they ain't never gonna let you sit down. First of all, you already showed you weak and easily manipulated. Because you just yes men in everything they say and do. Second of all, they ain't never gonna let you get above them. They ain't never gonna let you get past where they want you to be. So ignoring the cycle and just hopping in Twitter calls and gaslighting and pretending it's a joke is a waste of time. And it's a pipe dream. So yeah, I guess I am a villain now. It was a joke. It's been a joke for a couple of years now. It's been hilarious watching the communities fight each other, watching the Storm community continuously try to control shit over and over again. It's hilarious. It's not funny anymore though. I'm not exactly laughing anymore. It's not funny. It's not funny watching somebody's hard work go out the window. It's not watching somebody you're cool with try hard for something, genuinely have hope, and slowly watch their eyes just go dumb. Just don't care anymore. I'm talking about Nechi, by the way. It's not cool to watch someone fresh into the community get exposed to this stuff and slowly but surely see what you see over time. It's like a war vet. You go to war and you see somebody with all that hope in their eyes. And you see them so excited, so happy to meet everybody, so, you know what I'm saying, driven. And eventually, they see it. It's not fun. I don't know. I have lost count on how many Storm players I've met over the years, how many Storm content creators I've met over the years wanted to do something for the community, and they just gave up. They didn't get half as close as I did, or Nechi did, or any of these people that genuinely cared did. Because they couldn't take the pressure, because they were disappointed. They see the top tier gameplay, they see all these top players, parentheses, and they hear all the cool stories about how cool they are and the welcoming the community they want to build and how they want to help the casuals build. It's a nice dream. It's a nice story. It really is. And then they meet them. It's a great story. Then they meet them. They finally realize how much of a dickhead they are. And anybody who isn't smart enough to realize that it's not going to work tries the other route. They try to become friends with them. Well, if they won't accept me, then maybe if I'm their friend, then maybe they'll let me do my project. Maybe they'll let me slide. What's up, Zenos? Yeah, I'll do your bidding. I'll hang out with y'all. Yeah, those casuals. Yeah, you used to be a casual yourself, though, not too long ago. That's where your Jetmans get born. That's where your Bens get born. It's all players y'all may or may not know names of. All these players get born. Your what's your boy's name? Your engine dockers get born. They give up and they think, hey, if we all sit at the same table, then maybe we can find peace. Bro, I realized something. 99% of these people in this community don't want peace. They don't want equality. Same thing with the content shit. They don't want equality. They don't want casuals and comps all sitting at the same table. They don't want smaller creators and bigger creators sitting at the same table. Nah, because you might lose that seat. So what's better than that? What's better than equality? What do you guys think? Control. I didn't want equality. What's better than that? Lies. Perception. Systems. Systematic systems that last generations. Yeah, a couple of content creators have blown up in the last, millennia since the Afro Senju and the Heavenly Control era. If you pay close enough attention, how close are these people to them? Really? Same thing with the comp players, honestly. Anybody who has anything actually going, when was the last time that anybody outside of the box made any headway? Think about it. Think really fucking hard. Hasn't happened. So but I'm not naive enough. I'm not rolling over to call me Jaegerist. I mean, I could change my name in the Discord to Aaron. I don't care. Call me the Rumbling. I don't give a shit. I'm not rolling over. I'm not gonna let these niggas decide whether or not I can and can't make content, whether or not I can and can't make it. I don't need their approval. Been like that for years and they hate it. Been trying to get Nechi on the same page for a while now. I'm trying to tell this man, them comp players, even for Storm Evo, from my understanding, it turns out the CEO isn't even the person who made the Evo game. But regardless of the fact, based on the way the game is built, I can tell he has a lot of influence in it. That alone shows that the cycle is tainted. That game, that community, that side of it, even if they're trying to do it for a really good reason, is tainted. You still got that chain around your neck. Still got that chain. Still can't do a certain thing without permission. Without a say-so. I'm somebody who doesn't like chains. I don't like that. Not one bit. He said there's so much lore I don't know. Bro, I think the only person who might know everything, mostly, is Mist. That's why Mist is Oracle. I had titled Mist Oracle in Discord for 2 reasons. 1, because he literally has all the archives for anything you could ask him for. And 2, because he literally has the Oracle for like everything. He's literally the document keeper. Mist has been here since I met Pyro, since he's been here since the start, since I've been fighting for this shit. For casuals to have their own space, for casuals to have, you know, a spot to say something. He's been here through the whole thing. And when we joke about this shit, we laugh because it really is that ridiculous. It's not funny though. Grown men doing this stuff, it's not funny. We laugh because you have to. If you take it seriously, you're gonna lose your shit. You're gonna lose your sanity. 2026 and we still do stuff like this. Kid stuff. Elementary shit. You have to laugh. You can't say it with a straight face. You have to laugh. Grown men getting worship. Spying in discords, creating documents. You would have to laugh. You have to. You can't take it seriously. You guys are new to it. Hoshi's new to it. Nechi's new to it. But that's been happening for years, man. 7 years. 7 years. I try to tell him, but hey, you can't save everybody, bro. You can't. And players ain't gonna accept you just because you're cool with them or, you know, they're not that bad of a person. You just gotta understand them. I don't care about that nonsensical ideology that Naruto carries around. I really don't. That we just gotta understand each other bullshit. Because when we had the chance to understand everybody and everybody had to say so, without hesitation, they cut the Discord's throat. So I don't want to hear that nonsensical bullshit about all of us being friends. Like I said, nobody wants equality. It's all about control. It's about who has the say so. It's about who has more at the end of the day. Who did time and time again. That was the last time I actually tried. Oracle has the receipt for that too. In fact, I think he has the Discord call for that. Sat down with them in the VC and we talked. We all talked. Casuals, comp alike. How to fix and bridge the Storm community. Remember that shit like it was yesterday. So please tell me, which part about fixing the community is sabotaging and sending grown men to spy on a Discord that you have no control over? Please tell me, how can you fix a community that way? I'm very confused. Answer is, silly goose. That's just what we said in the call. If you're stupid enough to believe that just because we sit there on the call with a high-pitched tone and talking nice, then that's great for you. Never had any intentions to uplift the casuals? Are you dumb? What we want is for the casuals to heed our words, ban what characters we say, and learn from our playstyles to play the way we want. Here, let me show you guys a little something. I'll play it 100% just for this match. Just for this match so I can show you something. And I want you to pay attention. I hate doing this, but just for a little bit. See if I might be able to perfect his ass. Not bad. This poor soul. Well, actually, no, I don't. He's got Boro on his team. Never mind. Felt bad for a second. Boro on his team. Fuck all I feel bad for. Nice counter. Oh boy. Ult! Ah! Maharaga! Yeah, I wavered for a second. I deadass forgot this nigga had board. One in the big three. That's my mistake. Let me fix that. Okay. Deadass forgot about that, man. Alright. Let's fix that. My apologies, sir. For giving you hope. You're literally everybody's Maharaga. Too bad it didn't matter. Sit down. The chest Boro. Ah, I hate Boro. Really hate Boro. Well, you guys get the point. So why'd I tell you to pay attention to that? Now I can actually show you here. His team is millions times better than mine. But that won't matter. It won't matter at all. Let's see you still not get green barred, even with those protections. It's too slow. Didn't even react. Itachi? Get out. Lost game. Oh no. Your movement sucks too. Good, wait. Respect. At least you know that much. I know, him not running Neji is wild. Surprised Mist didn't say that. Honestly, he would have actually had a better chance. But Naruto, for lack of better words, is a pretty good mashable character too. He might actually still kill me, honestly. But again, he's just too weak. Got me the red bar, I respect that. That little weight did a lot of chunk. There's an easy way to fix this though, I'll just switch more. Thank God they actually made a patch that benefits this game. The more you switch, the more jutsus don't matter. Not at all. Get the fuck up, Sasuke. Taking a nap, huh? And go ahead and get that Hinata. Bro, you don't need to react. Honestly, how did you get this far? Cute. Out of my mind trying to outmatch this man. Whoa. That connected? Really? New combo unlocked. Shuka? Oh, okay. You don't have to, it's fine. Like the rest of you bots, I don't need my support to bail me out. Sit the fuck down, yo. You ain't helping your boyfriend out. Guard's looking numb. I love it. I'm sorry, fuck. I laughed, it's so cute. Oh, my favorite part is when they panic. I love it, dude. When they realize not a single damn thing they can do, regardless of team. Oh my god. Fuck. You almost killed me, bastard! Oh, I love it. Standing there holding this block. Oh my god, I couldn't help but laugh. I fucked up. Oh my god.
Fine. Just about we're done with my little rant. I think you guys get the message. For the most part, as I was saying, I'm not doing this for you guys anymore. I'm done holding back on players too. That's something I used to just do out of instinctuals. I'm not saying I'm gonna sweat every game. That one won't do. But I gotta admit, if you're too weak to fight, then I'll just kill you. I won't be taking it easy on anyone. It's the whole reason why I don't really want to be a part of it. Exactly my playstyle, so it's heaven for me here, but you know, for him and his playstyle, it's not exactly fair. I like blitzing, clearly. Can't believe he fell for that again. Yeah. So I hope she'd be like, yo, damn, he's fast. Kaizen, what the fuck? Yeah, you gotta be. I want to pull off a grab point blank. You better master frame data. You better know frame data. You gotta. Want to run up on a nigga and grab him? That's what Sasuke was doing in the show, right? And I like playing characters, you know, feeling like them characters. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little still disappointed in how they made He by Sasuke, because he still doesn't feel as low record I think he should be. That nigga should be playing like Minato on here. Blitzing niggas. Sasuke, this Sasuke to me is slow compared to how fast he should be. Fuck down. He should have like a... They did it in Storm Ultimate Ninja 4. It never released in the US, but in JP. They actually got his moveset completely correct to how he was fighting in the show when he first showed up. But for some reason here, not only does he not have a Sharingan, but he has this slow ass... I mean, he still blitzes, like... I don't know. I like the Sasuke because if you understand fundamentals outside of mashing, you can just play the Sasuke to mash, but if you want to play him with skill, you can. Clearly, as I'm showing y'all. You can blitz like this. You can do setups that you would only be able to get and achieve if you understood, you know, fundamentals. You can just mash as well, because he works for that too. He just has frame data like that, but if you know fundies, oh yeah, you absolutely can. You might get perfected, buddy. You genuinely might get perfected, buddy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh my god. Now I actually want to. Now I deadass want to. Now I really want to. Come on, just a hit. You can do it. Come, buddy, come, buddy. Wow, you're so weak. Wow. Anyway, that's me playing at 100%. And his team was millions of miles better than mine. I shouldn't have been able to do shit with all them defensive options. But still, it didn't matter. Got perfected. So again, if I have that much power, and I'm humble about it, and I'd rather not use it, not go to war with players, try to choose a peaceful route, and still be destroyed, erased, ridiculed, called bad, then, I mean, this is what happens. So again, if I'm a bad player, if I'm a bad villain arc person, or whatever the fuck you guys want to label it, then yeah, I am. I absolutely am. Could have been doing this shit for years, but no! Niggas wanted peace, right? Right? So peaceful, we sent spies. Amazing. Why is it so cold in here?
I had the other one. I can't find out.
Oh, yes.
You want salad?
What the? Oh, look at you. Yep. Oh, guys, I'm also going to be going back to FGCs as well. I think I've spent a little bit too much time on these online streets. These anime slop games, it's making me sick to my stomach. I need something that pushes me more. I don't learn shit from Storm, outside of new bullshitting exploits. I need something that will challenge me. Any suggestions? I've heard of Xenos talking somewhat of this 2K KO thing, but And one's Justice game is just pure slop. Got some nice setups. Appreciate it, gang. These are my 3 best characters in the game. With variety. Yeah, my best characters in the game. Also Sage Naruto. That Sasuke can be interchanged with another best character. This Madara is also my best character. So I'll just choose my best characters and just show off a little. What's my other best character? These 2 Narutos really, it's debatable. I used to whoop ass with this dude on Storm Force, so really it depends. I just like this one because he has better combo setups and better. So I'll do one with this one. I used to cook niggas with this, man, before we had guaranteed infinites. What? And then Bird. Yeah, Sage Minato's another one of my. Well, he doesn't really fit with the team. Yeah, my Sasuke is also one of my best characters. Yeah, Xenos, do me a favor, man. Just send me like a couple of games that you recommend that I start for FGCs. I'm probably gonna start another channel for FGCs. I just get really good at them. And just make videos on it. I just learned. Because as long as I play Storm on this channel, I'm not gonna really be able to branch out into other games like that because the algorithm's not gonna really take it. So I think I'm gonna start a new channel for Ultra Rumble from scratch. So y'all thought I was joking. I'm really trying to have the Kaizen universe. I'm about to have like 8 channels. Yeah, that's. Cause I really got a lot of talent. I got a lot of different things I want to do. And most of the stuff can run itself. Once I get into the financial, standpoint, then I can just pay someone to edit some of these channels for me. And all I gotta do is hit record. Kidding me. It won't be like making content at all. And basically, my job will be to just play games and do stuff I like doing while someone makes it for me, while I make money from it. It's really a pretty quite simple concept. And I can not take these games seriously at all. Play a couple of Storm matches, send it out to an editor, have him edit it, make it look cool, boo-boo. Since dude's got slot brain cells, and just keep going from there. Nice jump. Damn. Oh, you're yellow. I can't stop in front of you. Bar is hindering my setups. to stop babying people. You get too stock because you don't understand the fucking, you know what I'm saying? If you get perfected on a 2D, then chances are it's probably because you're just ass. Very rarely on games of that caliber is it because it's unbalanced. Very rarely. You're just ass, then, you know what I'm saying? You need to go back to the lab, figure out fundamentals, find out frame data. Right, first of all, do your research, look up terms. So because you're fighting with dudes who've been doing this shit forever. That way you have a fighting chance. Don't just lower the skill gap so I can win easier. You're not doing yourself no favors. Yo, what's good, Nechi? I was talking about you a lot today. Just talking about you, homie. Good to see you. Man, they need to really stop babying these FGC games. We already got, like, easy controls, right? We don't need easy gameplay, too. Except for real, yeah. I was talking earlier about the Storm community cycle, YouTube cycle in general. I was ranting for a while. Anyway, I was basically essentially saying how, like, disappointing it is. Like, meeting a Storm player who has, like, that glimmer of hope, like that excitement to meet a lot of good top players, and then you realize how much of a shit show it is. You know, it sucks to see that care leave, you know what I'm saying, that disappointment. Like going to war and you see that new cadet pull up and they're all excited. They're like, all right, you know what I'm saying, this is such a cool place. And then you meet these people and you realize how fucking horrible it is, and just, it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Watching you meet these players who you thought were cool and be in that environment, and then you just see the games and you see how horrible they are. So that's why I'm continuing with this whole shit anyway, to be honest. That was him. I'm saying, like, you ain't the first either. I've met, at this point, I've lost count of how many players wanted to do stuff for the casual community, wanted to play the game, wanted to get better, just wanted to be a part of something. And then they meet these pieces of shit, egotistical false gods who think they're good because they win on a game. And it just sucks the life out of them. I hate it. Sure. GG's press. It's up to you. You want to do one more? It's like finding out Superman can't fly. Yo. I would imagine. That's why they don't like me, man. I was telling them earlier, though, the history and the lore, why I'm like one of the most unliked people in the community. Because I don't check in, because I don't ask for approval, I just do what I want. They hate that shit. That's why Kaizen's a bad Storm player. He's toxic. Stay away from him. Yeah, I'm a high key just create like 8 channels, bro. Because there's so much different shit I want to do. And the way that the algorithm works for Storm, once you kind of box yourself into this community, you kind of can't get out. Because if you try to branch off into any other game, I mean, I did for Spark and Zero, but I dropped Storm completely at the time. That's the only reason why it worked. So if I drop Storm completely, then I can branch off into another game. I can't do both. And you know the algorithm. The reason being, which you already know, is because if I try to upload another game or video that doesn't do well as Storm, the algorithm's not going to push it because, you know, your player base or your viewer base ain't watching it. So it must be a bad video. It's not that it's a bad video. It's that the audience that I'm catering to is too new. And the one that I already was catering to isn't interested. So at this point, I'll just make another community or another fucking channel. A channel where I can branch off into different games and not be punished for it, essentially. But I'll try it here first. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a rush to make a new channel. I already got my hands full with my main channel. I'm already 8 channels right now. It's just future stuff I'm talking. I'm definitely gonna start doing guides more though, especially Sparking. Like I said, I googled Sparking Zero, guides. There's not a single fucking guide on how to play any of these characters, bro. Outside of the one that I made, I was like, what? And now that they're saying they're updating it, there's gonna be a point where it blows back up for a little while. Not for long, because people are always gonna be ungrateful. I'm saying negativity with Sparking pushes far better than positive. So everybody's gonna talk about how we're back for a day, and then we're gonna go back to why Sparking Zero is a problem. Niggas already talking about how the DLC ain't enough and the shit ain't even dropped yet. I was dying. I was absolutely dying. Like, y'all niggas really hypocrites, bro. It's whatever. Keep my damn focus on my shit, bro. I don't really care about none of that anymore. I have my own path. They can keep this YouTube shit, this little game niggas be playing. Y'all can keep it, bro. I don't want it. I thought I wanted it. I feel like J. Cole. I thought I wanted it. I sincerely I thought I wanted it. Thought I wanted to save y'all niggas. I thought I wanted to be cool with all of them. I thought I wanted to be a part of it. I don't want none of that shit. Y'all good. I see the agendas. I see the games. Y'all niggas are super good. I'm good off that. I'll be the villain. I'm gonna stay the villain. Please. Please, makes it easier for me. Also, very smart what you're doing. I love it. It just took me a little while to realize it. Very good, Nechi. Very smart with the My Hero. Very good. See what you're saying? Very smart. I see exactly what you're saying. Don't make no sense to cater to these drones trying to sell them bullshit. They gonna make you the villain anyway, right? They gonna make you the bad guy anyway, so you might as well point it out. At least you'll be set apart. It'll be easier for you to be in the algorithm. If you're cool with them, they get to pick and choose when you're relevant. But if you're the bad guy, you're always relevant. I like it. Very smart. Ow. Oida. Alright, press. That's it out of me. Bleach is another game that I'm definitely going back to. Y'all about to get a stream marathon. This started off as a rant. Y'all about to get a marathon. Oh my god. You just missed me perfecting nigga on here. I was showing them exactly why I can play at a higher level. I was playing some weird the 100% series. I might actually do that. Cause that shit ring a bell in my head right now. Nah. Well, no. Just because of how much I blitz. I love blitzing like that. Nobody uses this Minato, and I'm tired of niggas telling me he's not good. I'm gonna show y'all why he's good. I will no longer tolerate the disrespect. Oh, Minato's trash. He's not S tier, but yo, if you knew. About time dream because of the frames and input delays. Yeah, that's why I stopped playing Sparking. I kind of forgot why I deleted it, and then the other day I played it and I was like, oh yeah. Nothing sucks more than being better than somebody and still losing because you can't do shit. Nothing sucks more when the loss is out of your control. Nothing. That's the real reason why I hate One's Justice. I hate the delay. I hate the play styles. I hate the bullshit. I hate it. I did not. Oh hell no! You knew what you were doing with the yellow bar. Are you crazy? Nasty. Nasty. Some Christian taught me 20 minutes of time. We used to run on Discord, yes sir. I enjoyed those lessons. There's a lot more players like you, man. How you were when you first came in. Like I said, it's not my job to protect them anymore. Like I said, I'm doing this shit for me. I'm not doing it for y'all anymore. But I think y'all can still benefit and learn a thing or two for your own sake. Now you blue bar. Alright, fraud ass nigga. Here we go. I should have dropped the yellow. Now you're blue. Oh, you're blue, but it feels yellow. I like it. Oh, please. Which one of your masters taught you that? That shit played out. Niggas was doing that on 4. That shit did. Okay. Yellow bars, switch tech, and man, you people are so weird. You're still gonna die. You're just buying yourself time, dude. I don't know why you're wasting it. Yeah, he's not there anymore, Shuriken him. They didn't tell you about how to get around it. He showed you how to do it, right? That was actually pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna use Sasuke for this shit. Fuck out of here. I'm good. Take it. Oh, thank you. You got me out. Man. People are so annoying. Is that gonna be on 4? It shouldn't. I'm about to say it's not OTG. All this for a win. Messing with his color to connection, switch checking. You people truthfully are the worst. Damn, Naruto, you got one job, dude. You're gonna die either way. I don't know what you running around, hopping around like a rabbit for. You're still gonna die. Just wasting time. Move. Good. version of Naruto. I didn't know they had comp scenes either. I was just a kid playing. Got ourselves some prime meat. Top of the line, bitch ass nigga right here. Looks like we caught a big one. This will be my last jutsu. No one's saving you. Call Lee, please. There he is. Masher. Damn sugar. Nice. I hope this kills. You should know Neji. I would love to know how you're still breathing. You just fought her. Damn. Couldn't see a damn thing. That's cute. Getting distance. Fuck that. That is so adorable. Nigga, you are way too slow. Damn, Nash and Neji. Your last hope. Like a little last hope to Neji. Cute. Sit down, man. This is way too easy. I don't know why you suggested Aruka. Whooping his ass. Nigga, oh, I'm about to say. I should have left it. If I had left the button, it would have countered. Sorry, I awaken, not you here. Fuck, I was supposed to watch you awaken?
Good. All according to plan.
Well, I smashed him. We're gonna get on Spark and Zero for the first time in a little, I don't know how many months. That was late. I see the game giving out freebies. Acted is crazy. Oh. Yo, Andrew, welcome. 1 second. Since dudes want to slow frame rates down and, you know what I'm saying, start having the game inputs not go through. Gotta pay a little extra attention this time around. Find a little odd my inputs should stop going through. I was curious as to what was happening, but I think I have a pretty good idea now. It's okay. Gotta do what you gotta do to win. I completely understand. Quite curious. Smashing. By any means. Most of these people are fond of Malcolm X, I'm sure. Hilarious part is a couple of days this would have worked too. But it won't today. Same, man. Well, it depends. My subs are going to be generous. Okay. Good. Wow, sub banking too? We're putting everything together, aren't we? Look at you go! Oh, you're using everything. I like it. Hombre. Let's put it all on the line, shall we? Shall we? I could die here. Look at him go. Yes, sir. Damn. Alright, let's just make it quick then. Just pick up my mains and see if I still got it. I should. Damn, I used to cook with a lot of people. Definitely remember him. Fine. Pick up this brat.
Let's go.
What's wrong? Don't want to fight? Fine. I'll make the first move then.
Alright, if I whoop his ass, is the next one unlocked? Oh. He only has 4 health bars. Oh shit. Oof. Fresh out the goddamn time chamber. I've been playing faster games than this though, so it shouldn't be shit. Cute. Sit down, nigga. Bitch ass down. Yummy. Nice dodge. Weave. Weave. This will finish it. Get that shit out of here. Weave? You don't do that. Weak ass nigga. Dodge this. Damn, really did. Not bad. What are you doing? Oh, please. Tickle. So you can shoot a beam, but I can't? No, you don't! Sit the fuck down. Fraud!
Any idea how much stronger I am?
You know, I gotta play the Dragon Ball Z soundtrack movie, right? Y'all know I gotta play it, right? Y'all know I gotta play the movie OSTs, right? Gotta play all them shits. Bro, I gotta play all of these to get to... No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Do that shit in my spare time. I just want to see if online is still laggy or not. That's all I give a fuck about.
Wow! This is getting exciting already! The fiercest fighters have gathered here today!
Room search. Let me guess, no rooms. Yes, sir. Pass this drop.
All challengers! Any fighters out there who think they've got what it takes? Wow!
What about player match? Wow, there's actually people on here. I'm surprised. Very little though. All in C and A ranks. Let's see how long it takes me to get to ranked. Similar ranked, higher ranked. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
You've grown to become quite strong. Now I can see your improvements up close.
Let's go to the islands, the classic. Fun fact on Tenkaichi 1, I played this map most of all. We could start off with Goku. Who was my best character? I genuinely don't remember. I know Gohan was my main. Press, we played quite a bit. Who did you use season me run? I know for a period of time I was running Super Goku. Super Goku was my first character I mained. I guess let's go Gohan. Broken ass came. Yeah.
Dragon Ball
The opponent has been found. It seems like the only thing I have found is a black screen. You gotta be kidding me. What a fucking joke. Bro, I was not using no Gohan Absorb Boo. Oh, maybe I actually would have used to. That's what I used to use. That's funny. I'm dead.
Everybody's here!
Maybe I actually would have used. What did I used to use? Oh, man.
So, what kind of opponents do you enjoy playing?
Let's hope this works. Go! What are you carrots anyway? Oh my god, this game is fucking cooked. Yo! Bro, I can't... What the fuck? What the fuck? Nah, son, what? Sir, what? Sir, what? Don't tell me rank don't even work. Don't tell me somehow rank doesn't even work.
Yo. Okay. See ya.
Ultimate Gohan, Team Gohan, Frieza, and Goku. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yo. Maybe let me change Goku. Maybe change map. Find out this game is broken. I was nasty with Goku Black. I remember that. I was a sick Rose.
I am greater than Kakarot. You're nothing but a cheap imitation.
If you think you can defy a god, then please go ahead and sacrifice yourself.
Oh, now it won't work. Here we go.
This body,
Game wouldn't start unless I fought a fusion first. Fuck this game.
the desire appears to be irresistible.
You're so desperate for a playmate. I'm more than happy to fight you.
Man, I'm gonna be real with you, Press. I played a whole 2 weeks worth of My Hero 1's Justice. Lag don't mean a damn thing to me. I'll be so real with you. This game is a million times faster than that bullshit. Plus, I've been playing PC all week for My Hero 1 Ultra Rumble. So every game on PS5 is laggy to me right now. It's probably the reason why I was cooking so much on Storm. It's slower. The frames are slower. This shit's slow as hell. Playing slop, huh? Sit down. Oh, excuse me? No, I still got it, nigga. You don't. Yeah. Die now! Whatever you try will be your last move. I'll make sure of that right here and now. Mise terayu! Oida. Oh, okay. I'll let you try whatever bullshit you want. Oh, I'm scared! Owie zowie! Ow, a super attack. I'm scared. Imagine. Keep your chest down.
This body craves
Lag is why you quit DB fight. That's fair. Once you start playing PC games, though, you realize console games are all laggy. Because the frame cap is limited. I mean, the same applies, I think. I think Sparkin's a little faster on PC. It's not that much, but you play like high FPS games, this whole shit is laggy. You play FPS games on PC with no frame cap, bruh. Shit. Zooming around. A little mad you can get out of that. When it's transmission and super again, see where that gets you? I recommend it. And go ahead and hit that ultimate. Actually, it's a horrible idea. That ultimate can't be blocked. Sit down. Move. Move. Dino! Crack that nigga. Let me show you what real power looks like. Cute. Cute.
Retribution! Kamehame! To a foolish man, death is but a blessing.
Could have at least made me transform. I haven't even used Rose yet. I remember Rose like it was yesterday.
Against the strong,
Some characters I just remember everything.
fire appears to be irresistible. You're so desperate for a playmate. I'm...
Start on mashing. Beautiful sand. Waffle.
Finished! It's time to end.
That was a present. Oh, this. Okay. Oh. Dodge this.
How cute. Just
Oh, please. You think if you transform, I'll be scared? I'm laughing. Why? Because it doesn't matter. Sit down. Yeah, mate. Starting to learn your place, huh?
to a foolish man, death is but a blessing.
I'm not sure if I'd be able to play cooler. I don't think I would. Also, how do we transform? Holy shit, I forgot. Oh, you gonna fuck off? Damn. How do you... Yo.
This is the finale. This is the finale.
I forgot how to transform.
Listen up!
be for naught, and my zero mortal plan will succeed. You fool! I'll show you something good. Well,
There it
what do you
is.
think of this color?
Your ass is so
Is it
grass
not
now.
beautiful?
Mm. Oh my fucking god. I love his form.
This pain to get my ass together.
This is mine.
Bow your head.
Yes, Sand, sit down.
We are the same.
So clean. Free my nigga Black. Still crazy we don't have costume colors. Still crazy.
I am greater than. I'm your opponent. I'll show you the pecking order. You shall know your place. Go all out.
Please leave your message for 40.
Turn anger into power.
See, I was hoping to break his guard.
I have only just begun. What? Could I work? Can't beat. Had me to beat.
Delay is a little out. You still holding circle? I remember that epidemic. They still don't know how to play, huh?
Neighbors like this.
Definitely vanished.
Couldn't be worse. You fool. It is the very duty of a god to eliminate evil. With this, the world is one step closer. I'm your opponent.
Are you?
I'll show you the pecking order. you shall know your place. You're mine! Bow your head. I have only just your mind. Could be well. Bow your head. Mercy shall not You fool! Admit defeat! Bow your head! Here I come! Taste my blade! Magnificent! The body of the Sith is the ultimate of divine blessings! It is the very...
How unfortunate.
I am greater than Kakarot. You're nothing but a cheap imitation.
If you think you can defy God, then please, go ahead and sacrifice yourself.
What?
I want somebody to sacrifice himself is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie.
For the sake of the Zero Mortal plan, I'll scatter you to the winds. Anything I can do, you can do. Wait, is that how it goes?
Dragon Ball movies with rock music was unprecedented, bro. Like, bro, they really put niggas on. Nicktoons really had it. They put niggas on, bro. You got some class to you. I like it. I'm about to play cooler. Yes, sir. I think this was Broly's movie. Woo! Getting tired of y'all rinsing, repeating the same tactics. It's boring. Fucking Patch came out, y'all still played the exact same. Mash dash, mash dash, mash dash. With that originality. If you'd like. Say the word. Woo! Shine.
The body of the Sith is
and say the word. Woo.
We are the same, Bond, but so very much the
Broly. I mean, so far it's not bad. I can't say it's gotten any better. Everybody still fights the fucking same. Mash you with super attack, double dash behind you, mash with super attack, double dash behind you.
Kakarot. I'll stain our battle.
Not seeing any real variety here.
I'm not Kakarot.
What I meant to say, Goku, is I don't give a fuck what your name is, you're dead. They don't. Alright. I said, Broly, calm down! Had that boy running. Bad. Is that a spirit bomb? That looks like a spirit bomb. Not good. I know you can't vanish that shit. Fuck. I'm evil. Oh. Fine. This better grab. Yes, sir. All right.
Here it goes.
What? He had well sense.
Don't bother. It's over.
Kakarot. I'll stain our battlefield in your blood.
I'm not Kakarot. My name is Goku, and I'm from Earth.
Not bad, Goku. I'm glad they have that. I can appreciate that. Just for Demon Slayer, I'd be getting hit right now. Damn, I remember when fucking Super attack should do half a health bar. Like a bar and a half or some shit. You can just stay there because it got wild sense. I love how safe you feel. Unfortunately, you'll die. Kakarot! Oh man. Move on. Here we go. You fool! Oh shit, it's fast. Kakarot! Die. Do one more.
Let's enjoy this. Show me the sadness deep within. We're settling this right here and now. Try not to die on me.
That's hilarious.
Try not to die on me. We're settling this right here and now. It's time for a bloodbath.
Oh, about to violate. Try not to die on me.
Kakarot, I'll put you out of your misery right now.
Alright, y'all, that's it from me for today.